Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. So what am I doing today? Well, something that I've done in the past is trying to flip from 1GP to a bond. What I want to do over the next 2 weeks is attempt to earn this bond back within that 2-week time frame. So we're going to redeem a bond, start with 1GP, and we're going to see if we can get it in 2 weeks. I don't expect this to be too hard, but I won't be able to slack as much as I sometimes do. So we're starting on March 9th at 1:38 p.m. At any point, the time and date will be in the bottom right corner if you're interested. So we're going to go ahead and redeem this bond, and we're going to go find our very first item to buy for 1GP. Now, the very first item is generally the most challenging. It's really hard to find something that will actually buy for 1GP and will sell for something more. Either you have to go for an extremely rare item and hope, which may not be the most effective way to do this, as I am on a time frame here, and if it takes me 3 days just to flip my first item, that's kind of wasteful. The other strategy is to buy something more high volume where you're only hoping to like maybe flip from 1GP to 3GP or something like that. The problem there is then you are going to have to do that multiple times, which could easily take up just as much time. So currently we're looking at the sweet corn seed. We're going to go with the latter strategy and maybe hope we can buy it for 1GP and sell it for 3GP extremely quickly. Last time I tried this, I went for the more low volume approach, so we're going to try something different, and hopefully we'll come back in just a couple hours max and have it sold. Alright, we're not off to an amazing start. It's the following morning, March 10th at 7:39 a.m. We did finally manage to buy an item, and that is the bronze Arrow P+. Not my first choice because this could take a while to sell, but the sweet corn seed just wasn't buying. We tried something else, and then we just went overnight and tried to buy something extremely random, which luckily it did come through. So we'll go ahead and maybe try to sell it for 90 or 100 or something around there. We're hoping to get a good return on this because this is taking a lot of time. Yeah, so like I said, the first part of this can take a long time. So this first flip took 2 days to get 100 GP. So yeah, that is unfortunate. I could have probably done a better job at this, but we're just going to have to run from here. So we have 99 GP to work with now, which is going to help out a lot. Oh boy, I feel like we're kind of far behind, but hopefully we can bring it back around. So we'll go ahead and try to buy more of the bronze Arrow P+. There's no reason not to. At least we have tested and it can buy for 1 GP. So we're actually going to put it in for 2 GP just to maybe go for a quicker buy, and we'll go for 5 of them. So next tip here, we're looking at a armor equipment item, the bronze plate legs actually. We're able to buy them for 61 and hopefully sell them for around 500, which would be an extremely good margin, especially considering that this item would flip reasonably quickly. Next tip here, we're going to try the white berry seed. If you looked at the graph earlier, we can actually buy it for around 6 GP. And we're hoping to sell it for around 100. And we'll just go ahead and do the rest of our money's worth, which is 4. And actually, no, we're going to put our 4 GP to work. Let's go find something else. We're going to try putting in just some random offers for stuff like the bronze warhammer, the bronze kite shield, or just, I don't know, some really extremely random items. We really need everything that we can get, and we want to have all of our offer slots filled at all times. Who actually uses a bronze chain body? And yeah, let's do the bronze crossbow U. And that's it, guys. So we'll come back with hopefully some sales and hopefully quite a bit quicker. Alright, look at that. So we sold off 5 of the bronze arrows for 400 GP each. That's really good. We ended up flipping a few of the bronze plate legs. We bought them for 61 and sold them for 450. We ended up claiming that, and then we went ahead and bought 7 more of them for 427 each. So let's go ahead and claim the offers here. We should be up to maybe 2K or something like that, which will help us a lot because we're already 3 days later. We have 2K gold to our name. So anyway, let's go ahead and try to sell the bronze plate legs off. We'll have to go for a little bit less, I would imagine. We're going to try selling off the bronze plate legs for 250 as the price crashed a little bit. We're going to try buying more of the bronze Arrow P+, because why not? That's such a good margin. So next up here, we're looking at the iron plate legs. We can buy them for around 90 and hopefully sell them for 500. And the benefit here is this item probably buys extremely quickly. So we're going to put an offer in at 95 more or less, and then we'll go ahead and do, we'll do 20. We're going to use most of our money here because that's actually a very good margin and should be a pretty quick turnaround. All right, and I'm not sexist here, so we're going to go ahead and do the iron plate skirt as well. We'll do it for, I don't know, 80 GP or something like that. You know, it's a little bit cheaper, but, and with the rest of our money, we'll just put in for some more white berry seeds because I actually had a pretty decent margin, and that's going to be pretty much it. That is a lovely sight. Pretty much everything has sold off. We got a good margin on the iron plate legs. We sold them for 480. I think we bought them for around 75. Let's go have a look. Looks like around 95, but still that's about a 400 GP margin per plate leg. So we're just going to go ahead and turn around and put in another 70. We also ended up flipping the whiteberry seeds for about a 80 GP margin on each one, which again, pretty respectable. And we might as well just go ahead and put in another offer for that. I don't know why the buying limit is so low on this one, but whatever, we'll go for 400. All right, so we just hopped over to GE Tracker to the high margin page, filter down to some of the cheapest items, and look at that. The steel crossbow has a 2,870% ROI. It looks like we can buy it for around 100 and sell it for 3,000. That is a pretty damn good margin if I ever saw one. I don't know why. It must be a clue scroll item or maybe for the grapple or something. Anyway, we're going to try for 150 each, and we'll go ahead and do 8 of them. Next here, we're looking at the Fat Snail, another pretty random item. Maybe Settled is collecting these or making them more popular or something. We could buy them for around 1,500 and hopefully sell them for 4,500, which again is like a 4 times return. And we'll put it in for 1,377, and we'll be right back. All right, look at that. We sold off all 70 of the iron plate legs. That is a really good margin there. We're going to get like 30K from that. We also sold off about half of the steel crossbows for 3,900, and we bought them for 150. We're also in the process of selling off the whiteberries. I believe they stopped coming through a while ago. And we also flipped the Fat Snail for a 3,000 GP profit, which is such a good return. We're up to 69K right now. And we're still in the evening of the same day, so things are speeding up very quickly now. We're going to pull out these junk offers and just ditch them and work on something else. I think we're going to do the Fat Snail once again. The graph is still looking pretty good. We're going to buy it for pretty much elite once again, and we're going to do 15 of them because I don't care. We're going to put in for another 20 of the steel crossbows at 150 GP each because again, that is an insane return of 3,000%. Can't say no to that. I think we may go ahead and do more of the iron plate legs once again as well. We got about 25K in profit just from a flip of 70 of them. So why not? We'll go ahead and do around 200 of them. We're going to try the Armadillo Crozier for about 3.8K each. And we'll go for 4 of them or 5 of them. That'll be good. Okay, we ended up instantly buying one, which is not the end of the world. We'll just go ahead and put it in for 15K, and that's what I'm planning on selling it for, so hopefully that actually works. Okay, and the last item I've decided on is the spiked boot. We're gonna put in for 1706 GP, and we can afford 7 of them. Very good margin. Anyway, I'm really excited about these, and hopefully they are successful. Such a nice site. Everything important is pretty much sold off, and we probably doubled or even tripled our initial cash stack. We bought and sold 14 of the Fat Snails for a profit of 3K on each one, so 42K in total there. The steel crossbows, we sold the initial 9 and did another 18, and we got a 2.8K profit on each one of those. So we probably profited 50K on the crossbows alone. The spiked boots, we got about 25K in profit on, and the croziers, we got 32K in profit. So really excellent. We're just having a quick look at the iron plate legs here and trying to see a price I can sell them off at. I think 400 is good. So we'll go ahead and do another 300 of the iron plate legs. Why not? But yeah, we're up to 200K right now. So we hop back over to GE Tracker. We're going to quickly look at the highest margin page with the highest ROIs at the top. We have the proselyte helmet up here. That looks pretty good. 4.5K into 25K. Oh my god, we should try that. These lower ticket items that can have such good margins on them, it's actually crazy. So we're going to go ahead and buy 10 of the proselyte helmets for 4.5K each. All right, we're looking at the Fat Snail again. Still looks like a really good margin. 1.1K into 4.4K. Still getting about 3 times our money back for an extremely random item. I think this is used in a clue scroll. Let's go ahead and do 30 of them. That'll use about 40K of our profit so far. Now, one trap I always fall into when flipping is I always want to keep diversifying my items, when more often than not, just repeating the same one a few times really makes more sense. So we're going to go back and do the spiked boot once again, even though I just did it. It was a very profitable flip, so there's really no reason not to do it again. I got like 3 times my money back. We will go ahead and do around 15 of them. Next up here, we're having a quick look at the Bandos page. Now, the page items have a bit of a drawback, and that is that their buying limit is so low. They only have a buying limit of 5, which is not a huge issue at this point because I probably wouldn't want to buy more than 5 or 10 anyway. We'll go for 10 in this circumstance. Okay, so I kind of made a mistake here. I didn't even notice. The steel crossbow I put in for the sell price by accident. We'll fix that eventually. And last up here, we're looking at the black plate body, which we can buy for around 10,000 coins and hopefully sell for 30,000. Now the price only dipped down to 10k for one data point, but we will still give it a try. And we'll be back with hopefully some sales. Alright, we are back, and once again, a bunch of extremely successful flips. The Proselyte Soleil, I'm going to say. My god, I'm going to get strung up in the comments for how I say it. But anyway, I got around 14.5k in each one of those, and we flipped 9 of them for 130k in profit, which is huge considering how much money we had. The spiked boots, we got an 18k margin on, and we flipped 5 of them for a 90k profit. And the Fat Snails, we've flipped 30 of them for a 78k profit in total, which is around 300k just from those 3 items. And we already have another 70 Fat Snails, so hallelujah. We're gonna go ahead and chuck these snails in for 3,400, which means we have another 238k primed, which means we're already up to around 700k more or less, especially if you consider these other random items I'm selling off. Alright, next up here, we're going to try the Gothics page 2. We can buy them for around 6,000, and we're hoping to sell them for around 15,000, and we'll go for 10 of them. We have the Spotted Cape. This looks actually pretty promising. Even buying them for 900 and selling them for 2,100 is a very good margin, and the buying limit on the Spotted Cape is extremely high. So we'll go ahead and do the Spotted Cape. We will try buying them for around 900 or 1000 GP, and we'll maybe go for 100 of them. Next up, another interesting item is the Muddy Key. We can buy them for around 5,000 and sell them for 9,500 more or less. Another good item just because the buying limit is so high. We'll buy them for around 5,140, and we'll go for around 40 of the Muddy Keys. And last up, we're going to try to buy a white unicorn mask for 76k. Anyway guys, that is going to be it. I don't want to drone on here too long. The next part in the finale will be released tomorrow on Sunday, so we'll see if I actually make it to a bond in time. Yes, I'm a money hungry asshole, whatever. I hope you enjoyed the video anyway. If you did, don't forget to leave it a like, I always appreciate it, and I will see you next time.